Hello friends and welcome to Generation Pixel. My name's Stuart and today, well, I leveled up! That's right folks, I have progressed to the almighty level of 48. And to celebrate such a fact, I thought I'd do something I'd never done before. And much like the graphics you saw for the levelling up, this pickup video, which is new to me, is something inspired by a fellow creator and rapidly becoming a close friend, Brew United. If you haven't checked out his stuff so far, go do it after this video. But let's get on with this one, because it won't be a terribly long video, and the first pickup I'd like to present is this. This is Hungry Horace. Now, you're probably not going to be overly excited about this, but I am, and you know why? This was the very first video game I ever owned. Now, when you open it up, as you can see, the media is something a little different. Not what you're probably used to, because this is an audio cassette tape. And that's right folks, back in the day, this is how we got our games. Now, moving on, again, thanks to Brew United, another pickup, and from the very same era, this time, yes, Raid Over Moscow, another ZX Spectrum tape, another game I played over and over again while I was young, and it is back in my possession. I would never have thought about it in a million years, so once again, thank you Brew United for helping lighten my wallet. Anyway, let's get on with the video, and I thought the best way to celebrate was to play these two. So, let's get to gameplay. Now, as you can see, you don't get much louder and infuriating than the Hungry Horace start screen, so let's get into it. Now, as you've seen, it was 1982, such a long time ago, and yes, I'll be playing on keyboard, not keyboard and mouse, just keyboard. Now, as I said, this was the very first game that I ever owned, so it has a lot of nostalgia for me. And just trying to concentrate playing it after, well, not playing it for quite a while is quite interesting. But as you can see, it's a simple Pac-Man clone. The mazes change however, which was nice, and instead of ghosts you have park keepers. So Horace is running about the park, trampling over the grass, which was a big no-no, especially back in the 80s, and trying to avoid getting captured. Now, the alarm bell that you hear ringing up there, that's your power pill, and there's only one in Hungry Horace. Now, fortunately the AI for the park keepers isn't great, but unfortunately for you, as you've just seen, they spawn more and also drop fruit, which is nice. So I'll eat them up, I'll get my last piece and move on to the next maze, which is torturous. Now, I doubt highly I'll get through this one, on one life anyway, because fortunately when you do lose a life, the park keepers go back to one. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of stuck here. There's only one path, and the park keeper is going to follow me, and the other two will ambush me from the top. So, nice guys! But now we're back to one, and the job is quite simple. Lure the park keeper down, take him round the roundabout, and Robert's your mother's brother. And there we go, we will quite successfully end this level. Oh, controlling with a keyboard, it takes me back. I mean solely with a keyboard. I'll eat the bell anyway, I won't be eating the park keeper, and pop into the next level. And there we go. That is just lovely. So there we go. This time the park keeper didn't come straight in, and this one is just a great big open field. And down to one park keeper, so it shouldn't be too difficult for me, hopefully. Unless I get stuck on stuff. Now, I will admit that the controls are really tight, so why did I go back for the cherry? Why did I go back for the cherry? And thankfully it didn't fall me down. As you see, Horace takes a while to get down that tunnel where the park keeper is in and out. And there we go. Back to maze number 1. And you just rinse and repeat. So, Pac-Man clone maybe, but a little bit better, and certainly better than any option for Pac-Man that you may have had on the Atari 2600. But you never know, I might just drop in some footage of that to compare. So there, we have Hungry Horace, people. The first game I ever owned. So folks, here we are with Raid Over Moscow. Bruce Carver's Raid Over Moscow. Now, this is going back again to 1984, I believe. Maybe 85. And you have to remember, the Russians, they weren't our friends back in the 80s, so... First thing I'm going to do is redefine that keyboard, because QW, UI and space just don't work for me. I will be using, believe it or not, 5 for left, 8 for right, 7 for up, 6 for down, 0 for fire, and H for halt's just fine. Now you might be wondering why I'm using 4 keys together, because that was the ZX Spectrum's cursor keys back in the day, and it's a skill that I've never really lost. So let's start Raid Over Moscow and press that key. Now as you see, we have an enemy launch detected. Minsk has targeted New York, and it's our job to stop that happening. First thing we have to do is fly our fighters out of the hangar, and it's just a simple case of tank controls for this one. And as you see, my ship is slowly descending, and I'm controlling him down from the orbital station down to Minsk. Now once you get to Minsk, this is where it gets tough. We have to get through the security perimeter. Taking down as many of the Russian infrastructure that we can get our rockets onto. And let me tell you, using left and right for up and down at this point is quite difficult, because up and down are like that. And there you go, we've lost a ship. I did have another ship handy, and I will get through this, I promise, I believe. And we're opening up here, so we're probably going into the next phase. Now the next phase, you will see I have to destroy the towers, and to do so you just line your craft up without getting shot. And that's the next one down, and it's just a case. Now I'm going to drag this guy away over here. And blow up the main installation. Now it's the last one, so this is a little bit different. What we're going to do is change the evolution of our weapon and try and hit the yellow parts on the door and get shot at. So no! And there we go, one door down. Now to be fair, I could be trying to take out the bad guys, the Russians who have sent their army in, and you see they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 soldiers. I did manage to get one. Not many men left in the army either. Is 5 enough? No. Try to go for 6. Oh! 6 surely will take him out. Right, okay, got him out. I'm looking at 7 now for this guy. Yes, 8. Yes. So taking out the soldiers will help. And again. Almost got me. But I got him first. Was this one 6? I don't think so. I think he may be 5. No, he was 6. 5's too high. 4's too high. Oh, and he shot me with my last man, and that is it. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the next part, but I hope you've enjoyed your time with Raid over Moscow from way back in 1985, so let's get back to the outro. So there you have it, folks. 2 extremely old games that probably bored you to tears, but I had hours and hours of fun and couldn't imagine a better way to spend my time back in the 80s. But as all good things must, this comes to an end too. So thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed it, give us a like, or please leave a comment, because let's face it, comments drive YouTube. And of course, if you want to see more, it's as simple as hitting the subscribe button, and I will put the subscribe button just up here. See this circular thing with my logo? Yep, that's for subscribing, folks. Click it and join the club. Thank you very much again for watching, and until next time, bye!